Hey, I'm John Mangus, Metro Toledo John. Today is January the 4th of 2016. First time I think I've used the 2016 year in anything I've spoken about. So it seems a little foreign yet. I'll probably write 2015 for at least the next 5 or 6 weeks. Anyway, welcome back to Monday Mojo. So pleased to have you here. So I'm going to crack the code a little bit on the NAR 2015 profile of home buyers and sellers. There's always so much in this report that you can't possibly get all of that information condensed into one quick 90-second or 2-minute video. So today we're going to take a minute and look at what's in there for buyers, what we need to know, what's new with the buyer side of the NAR report, okay? So the first thing I thought was fascinating is that the number of first-time buyers dropped from 33% to 32%. So there were less first-time buyers in the market. Now it's a 1% difference, but when you multiply that out across the nation, that's a huge shift. And you have to wonder why. The economy's improving, interest rates are great, so why do you think there were less first-time buyers in the marketplace? I think it's because the market is changing and they're seeing the change and they're just kind of in an indecision kind of point. I think they'll be back in 2016. Interest rates are going to tick up a little bit. I think it will get buyers off the fence. So one other thing that I thought was interesting, the median income for first-time buyers was $86,100. That's, of all typical buyers, not just first-time. So 86.1 was the average income for all buyers. Kind of an interesting stat. The average median age was 44 years of age for that same buyer group. 42% of buyers started looking online. That one intrigued me like crazy because we always, as an industry, tend to say 90% of all buyers start online. That's not accurate. 42% of buyers made looking online their first step. Now, that's not to say that others didn't come to an online forum, to an online space at some stage in the process, right? But 42% made looking online their first place to go. That is really intriguing because of a couple things. We want to be the experts. We want to be, as realtors, the folks that know the most. And yet, almost half of all buyers are using online portals to start their process. So I think we need to do a better job of making sure that we help buyers understand our value and what we bring to the transaction. 78% found that their agent was useful versus 82% who said that online portals were extremely useful. So buyers were getting more value out of online portals than they were out of their agent, which I think is fascinating. 87% of buyers said that they would use the same agent again and would refer them to others. So that means that we met their expectation pretty well if 87% of those buyers are willing to refer us. Nearly 7 in 10 buyers interviewed only one agent. And that's where we're going to stop at today. We're going to jump back on the seller side of this next week. 70% of all those buyers only interviewed one agent. That's huge. So you got to make that first impression count. We're going to talk about how this interprets into daily practices in the weeks to come. Make it a good year. Thanks, everyone.